investigators are trying to understand why a gunman ambushed and shot two National Guard members in Washington, D.C. last week. Now, one of the victims, Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, was killed. The other, Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf, is still in the hospital this morning. The suspect has been identified as Rahmanullah Lakanwal, an Afghan national. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says he may have been radicalized after entering the U.S. in 2021.
We believe he could have been radicalized in his home community and in his home state. So as we continue to talk to his family and his contacts, more details will be revealed and we'll release those when it's appropriate.
CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez joins us now to discuss this. Camilo, good morning. We heard the secretary there say he may have been radicalized in the U.S., but what do we know about the suspect?
Well, we know that according to U.S. officials, Errol, the suspect worked for CIA-backed Zero units in Afghanistan, helping the American war effort there during that 20-year conflict. He entered the U.S. back in September of 2021 under the Biden administration, alongside other tens of thousands of Afghan evacuees airlifted following the fall of Afghanistan and the takeover by the Taliban. He was granted at the time, Errol, something known as immigration parole, which allows people who don't have visas to enter the country on humanitarian grounds and to live and work here legally for some time. He later applied for asylum in the last few weeks of the Biden administration in December of last year, and that application was granted in April of this year under the second Trump administration. So clearly there were several circumstances and opportunities for Republican and Democratic administrations to vet and screen this man and to identify any derogatory information or red flags. But as we discussed on Friday, there are several limitations when it comes to immigration vetting, one of them being the inability to get good, reliable information and data from countries like Afghanistan, and the other being that vetting is not a crystal ball that predicts the future, obviously. And so someone can pass a security and background check and then subsequently become radicalized or disturbed. And that appears to have been the case in this situation, according to the Homeland Security Secretary, and also emails that we have reported that point to a man who became isolated and detached from his family, and who, according to one email, did not have any function in his family for some time and was not a functional father for the past couple of years.
And so what steps now is the Trump administration taking as it relates to immigration and asylum? And do we know which nations the president wants to limit?
Well, Errol, the administration has cited this attack by this man allegedly to further expand its crackdown on immigration across the country. It first initially announced an indefinite pause and halt in processing of any immigration applications, green card requests, requests for U.S. citizenship, applications for asylum filed by Afghan nationals. The State Department has also now ceased to grant any visas to Afghan passport holders. The administration additionally has ordered a full-scale reevaluation of any green card case from 19 countries, including Afghanistan, but also countries in Africa like Somalia and Sudan, and some countries even here in the Western Hemisphere like Haiti, Venezuela, and Cuba. These are the countries that are listed in the president's so-called travel ban that restricted immigration and travel from those 19 countries. And lastly, the Department of Homeland Security, Errol, has ordered a halt to all asylum decisions for all nationalities across the board.
Wow, remarkable stuff. Camilo, thanks for giving us the update. Appreciate it.